Chapter 1. The Legend of the Unlucky Deliveryman. Scene 1. The Raccoon City rooftops. Dawn. The faint glow of dawn filters through the towering buildings of Raccoon City, painting long shadows across the maze of rooftops. A lone figure, hunched against the biting wind, clings precariously to the edge of a water tank. It's Kim Jin-woo, our unlucky hero, who's just successfully navigated the city's most treacherous alleyways and fire escapes to reach his destination. But his victory is short-lived. With a final groan, the rickety ladder he used collapses, sending Jin-woo tumbling onto the rooftop, where his waiting client sits calmly. Sound of alarm clock blaring. Our story begins with Kim Jin-woo, a young man whose luck is as consistently bad as his ramen noodle for breakfast diet. He's 24, scrawny, and currently wrestling with a particularly stubborn alarm clock that's embedded itself into his face. His tiny apartment is a testament to his bachelorhood, complete with a mountain of unwashed clothes and a lingering takeout container that's seen better days. As he fumbles with the clock, his eyes fall on a faded poster of Crimson Fist, a legendary martial artist. "One day I'll be like you, Crimson Fist," he mutters, flexing a non-existent bicep. "But first, coffee." With a valiant effort, Jin-woo wrestles himself free from his covers and stumbles to the kitchen. Scene 2. Jin-woo's tiny apartment, morning. Now clad in his ratty bathrobe, Jin-woo stares dejectedly at his reflection in the microwave door. His messy black hair, perpetually tousled, does little to hide his bloodshot eyes. Underneath them, his face is a roadmap of misfortunes, each line and freckle telling a tale of yet another mishap. The doorbell rings, interrupting his misery. On the screen, a food delivery man braves the downpour, holding out an umbrella to shield his bike's cargo. Jin-woo signs for the package, a hefty, glowing box that seems to hum faintly. He runs a hand over its surface. It feels oddly warm. Setting it down on the table, he returns to the stove, trying to revive a dying flame. This better be worth the trouble, he thinks, reaching for a spoon. He's about to dig into his breakfast when the memory of his previous delivery surfaces, the one with the strict instructions to wear a rubber chicken mask. Images of his humiliated face peering out of the beak flash before his eyes. He remembers the shadowy figure at the receiving end, their features obscured by a wide-brimmed hat, only their intense eyes visible. "Meet me at the highest point of Raccoon City," they had said, their voice muffled but commanding. "At exactly noon, wear a rubber chicken mask and bring the box." Jin-woo swallows hard, pushing the breakfast away. The package seems to pulse faintly in the dim light. "Noon," he mutters, checking his phone. It's barely past breakfast time. But then again, when was he not running against the clock? Scene 3. The coffee shop catastrophe. Morning pulling on his delivery uniform, which is just a hoodie and jeans, Jin-woo heads to the corner coffee shop. For him, this place is more than just a cafe. It's a second home, a place where the staff knows his order by heart, and the aroma of fresh coffee mingles with the scent of stale despair. As he approaches the counter, a flock of pigeons, attracted by a dropped breadcrumb, dive-bombs the display of pastries, sending a cascade of sugar and flour flying. Jin-woo watches in fascination as the birds peck and coo amidst the wreckage. But his momentary distraction proves costly. In a desperate attempt to catch a falling croissant, he slips on a banana peel. To make matters worse, it's a peel he'd casually peeled and left on the floor moments ago. Time seemed to slow down as Jin-woo's foot went numb and the ground rushed to meet him. He landed headfirst in a giant birthday cake, the chocolate kind with extra nuts. And if fate had a personal vendetta against him, it chose this moment to unleash the full force of its wrath. The glass case shattered, releasing a swarm of angry bees that promptly stung Jin-woo multiple times. Slapstick sound effects. Emerging from the cloud of flour and bees, Jin-woo tasted sweet humiliation as the cafe erupted in gasps and laughter. Coughing violently, he brushed crumbs off his hoodie, ignoring the snickers of the pigeons who now perched on the counter surveying their messy kingdom. "My luck strikes again," he groaned, covered in frosting. Outside, the rain had intensified, mirroring the storm of misfortune brewing inside Jin-woo's heart. Making his way through the downpour, he pulled out his phone to check the time. 10:37 a.m. He still had some time. Time to get the package delivered. Time to earn some money. Time to maybe, just maybe, salvage something resembling a normal day. He adjusted the rubber chicken mask, its damp feathers sticking uncomfortably to his face. With a resigned sigh, he hopped onto his beat-up motorcycle, the engine sputtering in protest. It wasn't Crimson Fist material, but it would have to do. As he raced through the neon-lit streets, the wind whipping through his hair, one thought echoed in his mind. Just get it over with, Jin-woo. Just deliver the damn package. Scene 4. The mysterious package. Day after several near-death experiences involving rusty chains, feral cats, and a rogue frisbee, Jin-woo finally reached his destination, a nondescript building nestled in a quiet corner of the city. Its worn facade hinted at years of neglect, its grimy windows reflecting a distorted image of the fading daylight. The rhythmic hum of the nearby highway blended with the distant sirens, creating a discordant symphony that underscored the city's ceaseless pulse. He parked his bike, donned the rubber chicken mask, and walked up to the door. The package felt heavy in his hands, almost as if it were pulsating with an energy that defied explanation. Hesitantly, he pressed the doorbell, the sound echoing ominously in the stillness. When the door opened, Jin-woo was greeted by an unexpected sight. Standing before him was a petite woman with a shock of vibrant red hair that defied gravity and a pair of emerald green eyes that seemed to pierce through him. Her slender frame was clad in a tailored black suit that spoke of both elegance and power. But it was her expression that truly commanded attention, a mix of amusement and challenge that hinted at the enigmatic nature of the task at hand. "You're late," she stated matter-of-factly, her voice like velvet over steel. "I expect punctuality from my contractors." Her gaze flicked to the package in Jin-woo's hands, a knowing smile playing on her lips. "And you seem to have brought the proper attire." Jin-woo shifted uncomfortably under her piercing stare. I brought the package," he stammered, holding it out to her. The woman took the package without a word, her fingers brushing against his in a fleeting moment of contact that sent a jolt of electricity through him. She turned away from him, disappearing into the dimly lit interior of the building, leaving Jin-woo standing there with a pounding heart and a growing sense of foreboding. Scene 5. The rubber chicken mask. Day as Jin-woo made his way back to his bike, he couldn't shake the feeling that he'd just stepped into a world he didn't understand. The woman's cryptic words echoed in his head. "You're late." What was she referring to? And why was he specifically told to wear the rubber chicken mask? Questions swirled in his mind, but he had no answers. With a shrug, Jin-woo decided to focus on the present. He pulled on the mask, its grotesque features mocking his confusion. "This is humiliating," he mumbled through the beak. Definitely not what Crimson Fist would do. He started the engine and disappeared into the labyrinthine streets of Raccoon City, the neon lights blurring into streaks of color as he sped along. Meanwhile, deep within the enigmatic building, the woman with the striking red hair removed the mask from the package, revealing a device that hummed with otherworldly energy. Her eyes narrowed, her expression turning serious. "So he brought the package," she murmured, more to herself than anyone else. "But will he bring the rest?" Her gaze drifted to a large window overlooking the city, a predatory smile slowly forming on her lips. The game has begun. With that cliffhanger, we leave our unlucky hero Jin-woo and the mysterious woman with the red hair. What secrets lie hidden in that strange package? And what game is the woman with the red hair playing? Find out in Chapter 2 of The Legend of the Unlucky Delivery Man. See you next time.
Scene 6. The Ascent. Day he climbs the tallest skyscraper, panting and sweating, the glowing box strapped to his back. A security guard nearly tackles him, mistaking him for an escaped zoo animal. Jin-woo narrowly escapes by pretending to lay an egg. Goosebumps effect. The hum of the box intensifies as he gets higher. Scene 7. The rooftop rendezvous. Noon. He reaches the summit. A figure cloaked in shadows awaits him. The figure is tall, muscular, and radiates an aura of silent power. "You are the deliveryman?" the figure asks, a deep voice rumbling. Jin-woo, still in the rubber chicken mask, tries to look imposing. "Yep, package 4. Checks, scroll. Shadow Lord of Misfortune." Scene 8. The exchange. Noon. The Shadow Lord takes the box. The glowing intensifies, bathing the rooftop in an ethereal light. "Excellent," the Shadow Lord murmurs. "The Orb of Cosmic Indigestion is finally mine." Jin-woo blinks. Cosmic indigestion. Is that why it's glowing? Because it ate too much? Cosmic food. Scene 9. The betrayal. Noon. Suddenly, the Shadow Lord attacks. He unleashes a flurry of dark energy. Jin-woo, caught off guard, fumbles. "Hey, we had a deal. What about the payment?" He squeaks, dodging a blast. Cinematic effect. Slow motion shot of Jin-woo barely avoiding a devastating blow. Scene 10. The accidental power-up. Noon. As Jin-woo dodges, the Orb of Cosmic Indigestion slips from the Shadow Lord's grasp and tumbles towards Jin-woo. He instinctively catches it. A blinding flash erupts. Goosebumps effect. A surge of raw energy courses through Jin-woo. His eyes glow momentarily.
Scene 11. The aftermath. Noon. The Shadow Lord stares aghast. Impossible! He absorbed the orb's power? Jin-woo blinks again. He feels strangely energized. He also feels a sudden urge to burp, a very cosmic burp. Funny moment. Jin-woo lets out a small, glowing burp. The Shadow Lord looks utterly bewildered. Scene 12. The Shadow Lord's retreat. Noon. "This isn't over, delivery boy," the Shadow Lord growls, vanishing in a puff of smoke. Jin-woo, still holding the orb, looks around. "Wait! My payment!" Scene 13. The news report. Evening. Back in his apartment, Jin-woo watches the news. Unidentified anomaly reported on Raccoon City's tallest skyscraper today. A blurry image of a chicken-masked figure is shown. "They think I'm a monster chicken?" Jin-woo sighs, still covered in frosting. Scene 14. The orb's effects. Night. He tries to sleep, but the orb hums beneath his pillow. He notices a sudden strength. He accidentally crushes his coffee mug. Oops. Scene 15. The new routine. Morning. Jin-woo now performs his deliveries with superhuman speed, though still with comical clumsiness. He frequently bumps into things, but now the things break instead of him. Funny moment. He delivers a pizza so fast the customer thinks it teleported. Scene 16. The training montage. Comedy edition. Day. Inspired by Crimson Fist, Jin-woo tries to train. He attempts a flying kick, crashes into a stack of empty boxes, and somehow ends up tied in a pretzel. He tries to meditate, but falls asleep and snores loudly. Cinematic effect. Fast-paced montage with increasingly ridiculous training failures. Scene 17. The first heroic act. Accidental. Day. While delivering laundry, Jin-woo spots a runaway baby carriage heading for traffic. He lunges, trips, and accidentally kicks a soccer ball that deflects the carriage to safety. He then face-plants into a puddle. "Just another Tuesday," he mutters. Scene 18. The recognition. Day. A small crowd gathers, cheering him. A woman hands him a flower. "You saved my baby," she exclaims. Jin-woo blushes furiously, still dripping wet. "Just doing my job." Scene 19. The Internet's new hero. Night online forums explode with videos of the chicken-masked savior. Memes are born. He's clumsy, but he's got heart. Goosebumps effect. Jin-woo sees a fan art drawing of him as a cool hero, and a small smile plays on his lips. Scene 20. The Shadow Lord's vow. Night. Meanwhile, in a shadowy lair, the Shadow Lord fumes. "That incompetent fool! He will pay for stealing my power!" Cinematic effect. A close-up on the Shadow Lord's glowing red eyes. Scene 21. The unexpected side effect. Morning. Jin-woo wakes up with a strange craving for cosmic dust. He finds himself inadvertently levitating his toast. "This is getting out of hand," he says, as the toast floats towards his mouth. Scene 22. The hero costume. Day. He realizes he needs a proper hero costume. He tries on various ridiculous outfits, a shiny spandex suit that's too tight, a cape that trips him, and finally settles on a slightly less ridiculous but still questionable ensemble of a hoodie, jeans, and a modified chicken mask. Funny moment. He tries to strike a heroic pose, but his arm gets stuck in his sleeve. Scene 23. The first villain encounter. Minor. Day, while delivering a package, Jin-woo stumbles upon a petty thief. The thief, intimidated by Jin-woo's clumsy but surprisingly effective movements, he accidentally trips the thief with a loose shoelace, flees. "Piece of cake," Jin-woo boasts, then immediately slips on the same shoelace. Scene 24. The growing reputation. Day more news reports. "The clumsy crusader strikes again!" People are starting to call him Captain Cluck. "Captain Cluck?" Jin-woo groans. "I wanted Crimson Fist Jr." Scene 25. The Shadow Lord's minions. Night. The Shadow Lord dispatches two bumbling henchmen, Gronk, a hulking brute, and Snivel, a scrawny, nervous type. "Find the chicken-masked fool and retrieve the orb," the Shadow Lord commands. "Yes, master," they chorus, tripping over each other. Scene 26. The henchmen's incompetence. Day, Gronk, and Snivel try to track Jin-woo. They mistake a street performer in a chicken suit for him. They interrogate a real chicken. They get lost in a shopping mall. Funny moment. They try to use a locate the orb gadget, which just points them to a fried chicken restaurant. Scene 27. Jin-woo's delivery route interrupted. Day Jin-woo is mid-delivery when Gronk and Snivel, having finally found him, burst through a wall. "We found him, master!" Snivel yells into a communicator. "The chicken-masked menace?" Jin-woo, holding a tray of delicate pastries, stares. Uh-oh. Scene 28. The pastry panic. Day Gronk charges. Jin-woo, trying to protect the pastries, dodges. Gronk crashes into a display of cakes. Snivel tries to net Jin-woo, but tangles himself. Slapstick fight scene with pastries and nets flying. Scene 29. The accidental finisher. Day Jin-woo, flailing his arms, accidentally whips a cream puff at Gronk's face. Gronk, blinded, stumbles backward and gets stuck in a giant plastic ball pit. Snivel, trying to free him, gets pulled in too. Funny moment. The two henchmen are completely defeated by a cream puff and a ball pit. Scene 30. Jin-woo's confusion. Day Jin-woo stares at the defeated henchman, then at the single intact pastry in his hand. "Did I do that?" he asks himself. Scene 31. The Shadow Lord's rage. Night. The Shadow Lord is furious. "You failed? Against a delivery boy and a cream puff?" He slams his fist on a table, which promptly breaks. "I will deal with him myself." Scene 32. The public's adoration. Day Jin-woo is now a full-blown local celebrity. Children ask for his autograph. An old lady knits him a custom chicken mask. He feels a genuine warmth from the people he's accidentally helped. Scene 33. The weight of expectation. Night. However, the pressure is building. People expect him to be a hero. He struggles with his clumsy nature and the ever-present threat of the Shadow Lord. What if I mess up? He wonders, looking at his Crimson Fist poster. Scene 34. The encounter. Night. The Shadow Lord appears directly in front of Jin-woo's apartment, bathed in an ominous purple glow. "Kim Jin-woo, prepare to return what is mine!" Close up on Jin-woo's startled face as he sees the Shadow Lord. Scene 35. The chase begins. Night Jin-woo, still in his pajamas, grabs the orb and bolts. The Shadow Lord pursues him through the city. It's a high-stakes chase over rooftops and through alleyways. Action sequence with dazzling speed and near misses. Scene 36. The rooftop showdown. Night. They reach the same skyscraper where it all began. The orb pulses erratically. "Give it back, fool," the Shadow Lord roars. "No way! You tried to stiff me on my delivery fee," Jin-woo shouts back. Scene 37. The Power Unleashed. Night. The Shadow Lord unleashes a devastating wave of dark energy. Jin-woo instinctively raises the orb. It flares, creating a shield of pure light. Goosebumps effect. The clash of light and shadow creates a powerful visual spectacle. Scene 38. Jin-woo's accidental attack. Night. Jin-woo tries to counter, but trips. The orb flies from his hand, bounces off a satellite dish, and careens towards the Shadow Lord. It hits him squarely in the face. Funny moment. The Shadow Lord, stunned by a ricocheting orb, looks utterly ridiculous. Scene 39. The orb's true nature. Night. The orb, momentarily dislodged, begins to reveal its true form, a swirling vortex of vibrant colors. It's not just cosmic indigestion, it's a source of immense chaotic energy. Scene 40. The Shadow Lord's weakness. Night. The Shadow Lord recoils from the orb's raw energy. He's clearly weakened by its pure, unfiltered light. This isn't right," he stammers. Jin-woo, witnessing the orb's power, realizes it's not just a clumsy cosmic burping machine. It's a force for good, capable of immense power when channeled, even by accident. The struggle for the orb. Night. The Shadow Lord, regaining his composure, lunges for the orb. Jin-woo, despite his clumsiness, fights back with surprising agility, using his accidental powers to his advantage. He slides, ducks, and weaves, sometimes intentionally, sometimes not. The accidental taunt. Night Jin-woo, attempting a kick, accidentally trips and slides between the Shadow Lord's legs, looking up at him with the chicken mask askew. It looks like a deliberate, mocking taunt. The orbs burst. Night. In the struggle, the orb glows intensely, emitting a burst of rainbow-colored energy that sends both combatants flying backward. The temporary truce, of sorts. Night. Both Jin-woo and the Shadow Lord land hard, momentarily stunned. They eye each other cautiously. The Shadow Lord's origin. Night. "You don't understand what this orb means," the Shadow Lord hisses, recovering. "It was meant to restore what I lost. My planet, my family, taken by the cosmic glitch." Jin-woo's empathy. Night. Jin-woo, despite the danger, feels a flicker of understanding. "Cosmic glitch? What's that?" The Shadow Lord's story. Night. The Shadow Lord surprisingly reveals his past. He was once a benevolent leader, but the cosmic glitch, a chaotic force, devoured his world. He sought the orb to reverse it, unaware of its true nature. The orb's true purpose. Night Jin-woo, holding the orb, now understands. It's not a weapon for indigestion or destruction. It's a source of pure, raw creation, a fragment of the universe's beginning. The unexpected alliance. Night. "You want to save your world?" Jin-woo asks. I want to help people. Maybe we can use this orb together?" The Shadow Lord stares, conflicted. The cosmic glitch appears. Night. Suddenly, the sky above them tears open. A monstrous, amorphous entity shimmering with chaotic energy descends. The cosmic glitch. A common enemy. Night. "The glitch," the Shadow Lord roars, all animosity towards Jin-woo forgotten. "It followed the orb's energy." The scaredy cat hero, Night Jin-woo, seeing the glitch, yelps, "That thing is huge! I think I left the stove on." The Shadow Lord's desperation. Night. The Shadow Lord, despite his villainous facade, shows genuine fear for his lost world. "It will consume everything." The unlikely duo. Night. "We have to stop it," Jin-woo declares, surprisingly brave in the face of immense danger, fueled by a newfound sense of responsibility. The Shadow Lord, still wary, nods. "Agreed." The first combined attack. Night. They launch their first combined attack. The Shadow Lord unleashes dark energy. Jin-woo accidentally amplifies it with the orb, creating a chaotic but surprisingly effective blast. The glitches counter. Night. The cosmic glitch retaliates, sending tendrils of pure chaos. Jin-woo barely dodges, tripping and rolling under a collapsing antenna. The Shadow Lord's guidance. Night. Focus delivery boy, the Shadow Lord commands. Channel the orb's power. Jin-woo's focus. Night. Jin-woo tries to focus, but a pigeon lands on his head. He shudders. The orb's resonance. Night. Despite the pigeon, the orb pulses in Jin-woo's hand, resonating with his desire to protect the city. The plan. Night. The Shadow Lord, seeing the orb's power responding to Jin-woo, devises a plan. We need to overload the glitch with pure, unfiltered creation energy from the orb. Jin-woo's misunderstanding. Night. Overload? Like when I ate too much instant ramen? Jin-woo asks. The Shadow Lord sighs. Something like that, but more cosmic. The diversion. Night. The Shadow Lord creates a massive diversion, drawing the glitch's attention, while Jin-woo prepares the orb. Jin-woo's preparation. Night. Jin-woo, holding the orb, closes his eyes. He remembers all the people he's accidentally helped, the cheers, the gratitude. The glitch's attack on the Shadow Lord. Night. The cosmic glitch unleashes a devastating attack on the Shadow Lord, who struggles to hold his ground. Jin-woo's leap of faith. Night. Jin-woo opens his eyes, a determined look on his face. He leaps into the air, the orb held high. The orb's release. Night. He unleashes the orb's full power. A torrent of pure, vibrant creation energy erupts, engulfing the cosmic glitch. The glitch's screams. Night. The cosmic glitch screams, a sound of pure agony as the chaotic energy is purged by the raw creation. The glitch recedes. Night. The glitch, weakened, begins to recede, tearing at the fabric of space as it vanishes back into its own dimension. The aftermath. Night. Jin-woo falls back to the rooftop, exhausted but triumphant. The orb gently settles in his hand, its glow subdued. The Shadow Lord, also drained, watches him. The Shadow Lord's gratitude. Night. You did it, the Shadow Lord whispers, a hint of awe in his voice. You saved this world, and perhaps gave my own a chance. Jin-woo's modesty, mostly. Night. Just another delivery, I guess, Jin-woo mumbles, then accidentally lets out a small, contented burp. The sunrise, dawn. The first rays of dawn break over Raccoon City, illuminating the two figures on the skyscraper. The Shadow Lord's departure. Dawn. I will return to my world, the Shadow Lord says, and attempt to heal it with the orb's residual energy. Our paths may cross again, Kim Jin-woo. He vanishes into the light. Jin-woo alone. Dawn. Jin-woo is left alone on the rooftop, holding the still glowing orb. He smiles, a genuine, unforced smile. The news reports, again. Morning news channels buzz. Mysterious light show over Raccoon City, local hero Captain Cluck credited with saving the city from unknown forces. Jin-woo's new purpose. Dae Jin-woo, back in his apartment, still makes deliveries. But now he's more confident, more aware of his power, and surprisingly, still a little clumsy. Goosebumps effect. He catches a falling potted plant with one hand, then trips over his own feet. The orb's new home, Dae. He keeps the orb with him, a constant reminder of his journey. It hums faintly, a comforting presence. The local villains, Dae. New, comically incompetent villains emerge in Raccoon City, drawn by the power vacuum. The Bread Bandit, the Pigeon King, etc., the official hero, Dae. The city tries to make him an official hero, giving him a fancy uniform. He still prefers his hoodie and chicken mask. The Unexpected Apprentice. Day. A small, enthusiastic boy, Dong-woo, idolizes Jin-woo and tries to become his sidekick. Dong-woo is even clumsier than Jin-woo. The training continues, still comical. Jin-woo tries to train Dong-woo, resulting in even more slapstick. They often end up in absurd situations. The Crimson Fist reappears. Night. A mysterious figure resembling the legendary Crimson Fist is seen in the shadows, observing Jin-woo. The clumsy rescue, Jin-woo and Dong-woo, mid-delivery, stumble upon a burning building. Jin-woo, trying to open a door, accidentally bursts through a wall, creating an escape route for trapped residents. Scene 85. The Accidental Wisdom. Day. Dong-woo asks, "Master Jin-woo, how do you always know what to do?" Jin-woo shrugs. "I just trip into it, I guess." The Threat from Afar. Night. The Shadow Lord, now a benevolent guardian of his healing world, senses a new, greater threat emerging in the cosmos. He looks towards Earth. The orb's foresight. Night. The orb in Jin-woo's possession begins to pulse, showing him fragmented visions of cosmic battles and unknown enemies. Jin-woo's growing maturity, Night Jin-woo, though still prone to clumsiness, is starting to understand the true weight of his powers and responsibilities. He's not just a delivery man. He's a cosmic guardian, albeit an accidental one. The comedy of everyday heroism. Day. He continues his deliveries, often encountering funny situations, stopping a runaway dog by accidentally becoming its chew toy, or diffusing a tense argument by spilling coffee on both parties. The Crimson Fist's Secret. Night. The mysterious Crimson Fist figure is revealed to be Jin-woo's eccentric grandfather, who faked his death years ago and has been secretly watching over him, occasionally sending him on discreet deliveries to nudge him towards his destiny. The family reunion. Night Jin-woo has a hilarious and emotional reunion with his grandfather, who, despite his legendary status, is just as clumsy and fond of ramen as Jin-woo. The grandfather's wisdom. Night. True power isn't about being perfect, Jin-woo, his grandfather says. It's about using what you have, even if it's just a lot of accidental tripping. The training duo, Triple Threat, Day now, Jin-woo, Dong-woo, and Jin-woo's grandfather, the original Crimson Fist, attempt to train together, leading to an even more chaotic and hilarious training montage. The next cosmic threat, Night, a new cosmic threat, far greater than the glitch, begins to stir in the depths of space. This time it's not chaos, but a force of absolute stagnation and order. The call to adventure. Night. The orb glows intensely, projecting a clear vision of the new threat. Jin-woo knows his accidental adventures are far from over. The hero's send-off. Morning Raccoon City gathers to send off Captain Cluck and his clumsy crew, Jin-woo, Dong-woo, and his grandfather. They're celebrated with a parade, which Jin-woo promptly trips during. The rocket launch, sort of, morning. They board a comically rickety but surprisingly functional space delivery vessel built by Jin-woo's grandfather. Scene 98. The journey begins. Space. As they leave Earth's atmosphere, Jin-woo looks back at his city, a determined and slightly nervous smile on his face. He's no longer just a delivery man. He's a cosmic hero, ready to trip and tumble his way to saving the universe. The next delivery, space. Next stop, the Andromeda Galaxy, Jin-woo declares, accidentally spilling his cosmic ramen. Hope they have a good delivery system there. Funny moment. Dong-woo and the grandfather look at each other, sighing, knowing their adventures will be filled with accidental heroism and endless laughter.